Yavo chol basar lishtachvos. All flesh will come to bow down. Perush, what does it mean? Kol basar, all flesh, hu yisod ha'esh. That refers to the fundamental element of fire, corresponds with the basar, which is the concept of redness, and in the body it corresponds with fire. Yavo v'yagila madrig. So, for example, the breath would correspond with the air, and the sedentary part would be the earth and so forth, and the water is the flow, and so forth. So but the flesh is the concept of the fire. So this fire that we're composed of should come and reach the level of nullification, which is the elevation of the worlds, because the arousal of the fiery angels in their love, that still they have a concept of they feel their existence and their love, and they're in the world of Bria, but the concept of bowing down and nullifications, that's the concept of the supernal union of the world of Atzilus, to bow down, not feel yourself. And that's why it says in the time to come, the elevation of the lower worlds of Bria, to be in a state of nullification, like the world of Atzilus. Now, in parentheses, the Tzemach Tzedek adds that this goes well with what was explained before in the comment, the Bechinas Yud Beis Chodashim, the Achshav, that the 12 months nowadays, Yud Beis Bakar de Bria, the 12 cattle of Bria, Achshav Hem Bechinas Yisod Ha'esh, and now they're in the fundamental element of fire. V'nikra Kol Basar, and they're called all flesh. Achein La'asi, but in the time to come, B'Galus Negalus Lamata, Chodshu Shel Chodesh, V'Shabbasu Shel Shabbos, when's revealed the month of the month, and renewal of the month, and the Shabbos of the Shabbos. Then the 12 cattle of now will be in the time to come on the level of the world of Atzilus. That's now. So what does it mean to bow down? In front of me, now my countenance, that's refers to the 10 spheres of Atzilus, because in Atzilus, where you have lights and vessels, you can say that there's a front and a back, which is not the case if beyond the concept of vessels. So you're saying you're bowing down in front of me, that means that there's a front and a back. So it must be a level where there's still a front and a back, and that's in the world of Atzilus, but you have Oros and Kelim. And this is the concept of Hashem will shine his countenance, the shining of the countenance, is that the vessels should not hide the light. Now the concept of bowing down is also the concept of the flow downwards. So that's the Hashem should shine his countenance. That's the panim. That's the if the kelim are the charaim, the lights are the panim. So to shine the panim means that the vessels should not hide the panim, the pnimius, the or. Now to bow down is also to draw down. Like it says in Vayeshev about Yosef, that the sheaves of grain bowing down, it's the concept of hamshacha, from above downwards. And that's what it means to bow down in front of me, to have a hamshacha from the pnim, from the panim, to draw down from beyond the order of creation, which is the renewal of the month, and the Shabbos of the Shabbos, to my countenance, which are the 10 spheres of Atzilus, Lios Yair Havaya Panav Chlu, to have Hashem shine his countenance, or the Pnimios. Pirush Amar Havaya, and the end of the pasuk that says, so says Hashem, Yuvan Memashikaz Valpi Hazor Truma Kuflam Zayin. You can understand according to what it says in Zohar Truma, Al Pasuk Ein Omer Chulu, that it says that there's no one who speaks. Kishar Amir and Alma Chulu, what does it mean? Ein Omer Vein Dvarim. That it's not like the other speeches of the world. Ein Sham Vayin Mashikaz Val Pasuk Biyom Sheidu Barba Chulu. Like it says, look what it says about Shir Hashirim, where it says, on the day that's spoken of her. So it's similar to the concept of Amira in this concept of Hamshacha that we're talking about. Vaya, there where it talks about that this is not Kishar Amir and Alma. That this is a Havaya that says this, that this is like a concept of a Mira or Dibur is a concept of Giloy or Hamshacha. But this is not like other Hamshachas, whatever way it explains over there. Ha'arus l'drush hanal, and some comments on this drush. Ha'hefresh bein Shabbos or Shabbos. So we said, we talked about the concept of the Shabbos, shu mochas timal b'chinas chidush shel chodesh, which is the hidden wisdom. If Shabbos is chachma, so the Shabbos of the Shabbos is the hidden wisdom to the concept of the renewal of the month, the chodesh of the chodesh. Ishlomar, we can say al derech mashikazav softi bar maschil azinu hashamayim dirush harishona hefresh bein b'chinas ekya eyakital Yisrael, where it says in Pashas Hazinu and Likudei Torah that will be like dew to Israel. Bein b'chinas v'yavo k'geshem lanu, where it says, and I will come like rain to you. That we asked that we should be like rain. But Hashem says, no, I will be like the dew that doesn't stop. That the dew is the dew, the crystallized dew of which corresponds with the hidden wisdom. The concept of rain, they come from the mazalos of Nutzer and Nake, which I guess are lower than that, corresponding with Nehi of Keser in general. That's in terms of the 13 concepts within the beard, so to speak, of Keser. So Hashem said, I'm going to be from the Mochas Timah, where we asked for V'notzer v'nake, according to that. So in concerning the concept of bowing down in front of me, and that the bowing down is also to draw down from in front of me. To bow down is also to draw down from the concept of in front of me, like it says about that the new heavens and the new earth are standing in front of me. So that's referring to that level, I guess. That what are we saying? What are we drawing down from? We're drawing down from the same level where it talks about that the new heavens and the new earth stand in front of me. Whatever level that is. When you have Ayin B'Torah or Parshas Beraishis, Biaur B'Sofo, to see which level that is referring to. What does it mean? Omdim Lefanai over there. You can apply it here. Ayin B'Peirush called Basar. So look what it says about the concept of all flesh. B'Zohar Chelik Beis, Truma Kufnan Zayin, Amud Aleph, Umim Orei Or, Oz Beis, Simin Gimel, Simin Gimel, or Simin Yud Gimel. Mein Mashikoz Bibior Ezor Parshas Shofti Binyan Basar Atzamos Chulu. Look what it says in the Biur Ezor about the flesh and the bones. corresponding with different concepts and levels. The gvura and the chesed. The whiteness of the bone is chesed. The redness of the flesh is gvura, perhaps. We can also awaken you to the idea where it says that quickly we will hear in the days of Mashiach, kol chasam v'kol kala, the voice of the groom and the voice of the bride. That this is like before the sin of the tree, this mitzvah of the bride and the groom was without any bad desires. Just like putting on tefillin. And that's why it says that they were not embarrassed, that even the conjugal union was not tied with any embarrassment. It was like a regular act in comparison, because they didn't have Yetzer Hara. That's because all the flesh as well will come down to bow it down in front of me. That means even all the physical acts that are tied with the mitzvah that now we have some kind of embarrassment in, on a higher level, they are simply impurely the mitzvah. Inyan shemekabelas m'aba ve'ima lo al yedei zah. So the concept of how on Rosh Chodesh Nukva receives from Abba and Ima not through Zera Anpin. But Ramaz Parsha Zachari, look in Zohar, Achrei from the Ramaz Daf Nutes Pirish Matov Umanaim Sheves Achim Chulu. Where there it talks about how good and how pleasant is brothers sitting together. Gam Bezohar Cheli Gimel. So that's the concept of Ava, or Sheves Achim, because the Nukva is now like an Ach on the same level as Zah, that it doesn't receive from Zah. It's not a Mekabel from Zah, but like an Ach, I guess, like a, so to speak, on the equal level of a brother, so to speak. So it says in Zohar Balak, on the verse, the angel that redeems me, when is it called an angel? When it's sent from Abba ve'ima. That's when it's called a malach. So sometimes Abba and Ima is also called a malach. That's a malach hagoel, see. And that's also the concept of Rosh Chodesh, I guess. Sometimes, because malachim in general correspond with the concept of malchus, Yiras Shamayim, Kabbalas Ol. So I guess a malach that receives directly from Avah, not through Zah, is like this idea of Rosh Chodesh, that Nukva receives not through Zah. And that's when Abba and Ima are called malachim. It's called a malach. Tosefes us aleph al melechulu. So the concept of melech, I guess, which is malchus, you add an aleph, which is Avah, then it becomes malach. It's the hamshacha from Avah into malchus. Binyan chodesh shel chodesh yishlomar, the concept of the month, you can say, there it says in Eitz Chaim that the seventh level, that both of them will be using one crown. Lo yiyeh ad la'asilav, and that will not be until the time to come. That's the month, renewal of the month. That Zah will also have a kesser like Malchus will also have a kesser like Zah. And this that it says during the weekday, the likeness of the angels that are like wheels, and the angels that are like animals with a great noise. And that is because during the weekday, the conduct of the world is through Yitzirah. In Shabbos, it's in the likeness of the higher angels, the fire angels. Because in Shabbos, the conduct of the world is through the world of Bria, not Yitzirah. Aleph bepirush kol hanekra b'shmichulu, this that's mentioned in this Maamer in the first os, and explaining all that's called in my name. This is similar to what's explained in the Maamar, who counts the dust of Yaakov, where it says, I even made them. That you have a fourth level where it talks about in Balak, where it says Misparas Rova Yisrael, and he counts one of the explanations is the fourth of Israel, the fourth level, which is the Af Asisiv. Barasiv Yitzrativ and Asisiv, and the Af is an even higher level, the fourth level. Bechina Revis Shu Atzilus, which is the world of Atzilus. Zeu Kol Hanikra B'Shmichulu. And that's the level of all that's called in my name, the same thing, and then it says Barasiv Yitzrativ Asisiv and so forth.